I was drawn into this organization because of its empowering vision to work for transformative change where the rights of everyone, women, men, children, are recognized and respected.
These people were talking about issues that really interested me. Wife bettering, social issues, street kids, because I personally had the experience of going through in the midst of poverty in a water village.
At that time, I was pregnant, and I was very lucky that I have met up with a group of wonderful women. Until today, our friendship continues to flourish and bloom.
Baru saya keluar dari university dan saya terlibat dalam aktiviti SAWO. Di dalam kumpulan itu saya belajar bagaimana kita mengurus ini, violence ini. Bagi saya itu telah membantu saya dalam pembentukan diri saya.
Social work for me will be based in an institution. I would also be interested to look at support services in the community. I found a way to do that through SAWO.
There was a national campaign against violence and discrimination against women, which lasted for 10 years. A coalition of women's groups, trade unions, and other NGOs lobby for legal reforms to the existing rape laws and the enactment of a Domestic Violence Act. SAWO spearheaded that campaign in Sabah with a 2-day seminar and workshop held in 1986.
200 people, individuals, women, NGOs. And why was it significant? Because it was the first time such initiative was being initiated and organized in Kota Kinabalu, if not in Sabah.
My young adult life, I had faced discrimination, sexual harassment, being marginalized because of my skin color or my social class. Working with these friends, preparing for this event gave me a new perspective on looking at my own situation.
And all of us are not paid, by the way, right? We were not paid. It's all voluntary work. We were young, we were daring, we don't know what is out there in the world, but we have only one thing in mind: to make SAWO's work effective and make SAWO name bang, to the outside world.
As I recall it, some of the resolution passed was provision of shelters and safe houses, enactment of Domestic Violence Act, legal reforms to the rape laws, and setting up of a one-stop rape crisis center.
SAWO continued to support the service, and today One Stop Crisis Center is all over the main hospitals in the country.
A large part of our work in SAWO is the work I did as a counsel holding watching brief. One very empowering example happened in the case of public prosecutor versus Samurul bin Saleh back in 2004 to 2006. The complainant are children who are deaf and mute, and the accused was a special needs teacher based in the residential school in Tuaran. It set a precedent in Malaysia legal system that mute and deaf children are competent witnesses in the criminal justice system as complainants.
We felt that we wanted to reach out to the larger community, and we succeeded in establishing a phone line service. Together with other helpline volunteers, we spent months training a team dedicated to helping provide this service for months and years.
Women in Sabah. Di situ semua data tentang keadaan wanita pada tahun itu dalam tahun 90-an ada di dalam. Buku itu menjadi saya punya panduan. Disinilah bermula SAWOku Tambalutku. Kami pergi ke 7 daerah untuk membangun kumpulan sokongan wanita supaya menentang keganasan wanita.
We did use theater tools and games as a way of getting stories from the women that is quite sensitive.
Pertama kali saya ikut program ini di Telupit dan saya dipercayakan untuk memberikan ceramah. Walaupun saya ragu-ragu, dengan semangat dan juga dorongan dari kawan-kawan, itu memberikan saya keberanian sebagai seorang perempuan murut untuk tampil di depan untuk menyampaikan sesuatu yang benar.
Kami yang lain pernah diugut untuk dibunuh karena mencampuri hal urusan rumah tangga.
Tetapi melalui penglibatan dengan SAWO, kita sudah tahu yang kita harus ambil tindakan dan kita harus bagi mereka protection, khususnya yang teraniaya.
We did some training on video taking with the children. They went to the water village in Tanjung Aru. They applied what they learned. In the end, children just wanted to be children. They want to be happy, they want to play. I hope that the spark was created then.
Play Therapy Center provide a very constant environment, safe for them to hang their fear, a place where they have renewed friendship, they work out their feelings. It helps me because there's an extra tool to help these children. One kid, she's just burst out. My father will pull me one side, I want you. And then my mother pull me the other side, I want you. They never ask me who I want. And she is only 4 years old. She tells me she wants to be us. It's an eye-opener for everyone. So some of these kids I see when they are 5 years old, when they are 6 years old, and now they are working, they graduated from university.
Back then, I have the introverted side of me, which make me hard to communicate with other people lah. But since I joined the play therapy, it make me talk easier to other people and make friends.
Saya pikir dalam masa saya kecil saya ingat ada orang sayang saya. But when I grow up kan, saya jumpa SAWO, saya jumpa family, new family.
Nasib ada SAWO, dia bilang. Hah? Apa itu SAWO? Pas itu mentua saya sambung cerita, kalau bukan pasal SAWO saya tidak dapat buka taska.
Boleh dikatakan saya membesar dengan ini SAWO yang ajar saya, menjadikan saya pada hari ini.
You always tell them, there's always somebody here you can call.
Because of the women's activism in the nation, the laws affecting women has been successively amended and enacted, which we in SAWO see that is steering the justice in the right direction.
Tapi di mana kedudukan wanita sampai sekarang ini, kalau saya lihat kita masih dalam tahap yang tidak memuaskan.
Wanita ini sebenarnya dia mempunyai banyak peluang. Dia pun ada kepemimpinan kalau diberi peluang.
As a group, we decided enough with focusing on the problem. Gender-based violence is the outcome of gender inequality. That's why women take whatever a husband gives or treats, how society treats us, because we think we are not equal. And we don't have the power to change it. We have the resilience, we have the skill, but we never see it as power, We should be transformed at the personal level. We have to leverage the power that we have built, join with other women, move the needle at the societal level. That would mean running for elections in the local council, in your village committee, in the Mahkamah Anak Negeri. Women have to be at the seat.
The SAWO program was the next generation program from SAWO to build young leaders that fight for the cause. It was the brainchild of Winnie.
We met every week, which I actually enjoyed, understanding about roles of leadership, find out about what these women understood about current situations.
Saya kena ajar how to communicate strategically with other people, how to lobby so that they want to join the discussion, how to create a conversation where it will be an inclusive discussion. No one is left out in that conversation.
Looking back at our personal lives, what it meant to us, how it has impacted us, how it has shaped us.
We actually developed friendships, macam camaraderie with these women lah. So Sawarriors try to apply what they learned through all these discussions kan. Ngam-ngam, it was the election season also. So we wanted to push for more women being nominated so that we can achieve at least 30% of women in the Sabah State Legislative Assembly lah Adun. Part of the plan was macam maybe we could approach political parties during their rallies and talk about 30% women. I think we already started doing like social media posting even that time. We were trained to do write-ups, blurbs for our social media.
Most of the time, it was getting out of your own comfort zone. This is a process, a leadership transformation learning process to bring out our abilities to write speeches, write press statements, represent in international conferences, which I got the opportunity to go to.
We even promoted our campaign through online activities. We opened up to people or to the young people to submit their most creative work on what they want for this upcoming Adunla election that time, and there were a lot of enthusiastic young people who were very passionate about politics and the election. In our campaigns, we wanted at least 3 women in the nominated seats, but there was only 1 woman. We weren't very happy with the outcome. What could we do to show them our disappointment? That's when we started writing press statements. We held out the placards saying "Not my Adun." We took pictures of that, posted that online. One of the press statements that we did was inviting people to meet up to protest. These are not my Adun, they're not our choices. That led us to organize a huge online rally. A few hundred people joined the rally online. Our representatives are accountable and should listen to what rakyat wants, what rakyat needs.
Over time, I think people realize whether they want to fight for the cause or they don't want to.
As time goes by, macam people come in and go. We see people who align with SAWO's values kan.
People value their own personal time maybe much more than the previous time when you are in the activism.
Wanita masih tidak ada di posisi kepemimpinan sampai sekarang. Sebab perjuangan ini tidak boleh dilakukan oleh satu orang.
And that's another downside to empowered young ladies today. They don't think it is necessary for them to get involved in women's group. No, thank you. I'm fine. Society has changed, and even in relationships, I think, young men and women today look at each other differently to my day and to my mother's day, right? How has that changed? How has your expectation and what society expect from you, how you are supposed to behave, what you expect from your partner? I think I will leave to the young people in this room to decide.
I often wonder about young girls who probably don't have other choice, where they have to help out with family, they have to stop school earlier. There's a lot of work still to be done in terms of closing the gender gap, and I think it's something that young women still have to think about, like the future, how you want it to be for your daughters and your granddaughters.
It's easy to read about an issue and see what's happening, but to actually try to address it takes effort.
You tidak malu kah buat kerja-kerja perempuan? Itu pertanyaan mereka. Tapi saya bilang, buat apa kita mau malu? Kita harus bantu ini istri dalam keadaan susah. Kita tidak perlu pertahankan ego kita sebagai laki-laki.
Buang rasa ego, sebab ego tuh sebenarnya membunuh rumah tangga.
There was a senior counsel and he told his friend that Michelle is a good lawyer, just like a man. If I had not been a part of SAWO, I would have probably been flattered. It didn't sit well with me. I don't think that ever since then any such thing has happened to me. At least I think there's been a movement, or there's been a change where they at least are deferential to women's position and women's abilities and our equality with them. Because of movements like SAWO, I get to be a lawyer in court.
And the work I do today, even bringing up sexual harassment policies at work, that is because of SAWO.
Apa yang selalu kasih semangat saya, all the trainings that I receive at SAWO, suara Winnie, suara Pon, Jolivi, in my ears lah. Apa yang saya perlu buat?
Apa yang saya sudah dapat di SAWO selama ini bekerja sama tidak akan terkubur di sini, tetapi spirit dan juga apa yang dapat itu akan terus hidup.
Kita wanita yang telah diperkasa, dikuatkan bukan oleh nama saja, tapi karena oleh program yang pertama membantu diri sendiri. Ya, saya dibantu, saya dikuatkan, sebab itu saya boleh menolong orang lain lagi untuk melihat diri mereka.
Personally, I feel very privileged to be part of SAWO and in her journey. SAWO as a legal identity, as a platform that we work on, has closed. It has not closed our own each and every individual journey to respond to the change of times in what each and one of us need to do.
this work on women empowerment masih sangat penting. Dia adalah cross-cutting. Dia bukan berkaitan dengan mengetahui hak saja, tetapi apa saja jua kehidupan kita seharian, perjuangan hak wanita itu perlu diteruskan lah.
And I believe that we have left something empowering for women and children, that at least they have the laws that are there, that they can access to, the support services that are there, the awareness of crimes that are gender specific, awareness to young women to speak up, to be represented, to be heard at all decision-making processes.
Also, there's improved collaboration and networking with the agencies, and good follow-up care is today available for survivors of violence.
Putting some of these little personal grudges or differences, but looking at the big picture, the work of the women's group must continue. Although some of us may not be able to, but that work must carry on. Only collective work we will change the world.
SAWO has always been about the struggle, the movement. It's not about an organization. SAWO is not good at branding, at putting up our bunting. We are passionate at the issue when we are working with. It's the struggle of everyone, including men, as you have heard. So even if SAWO closed as an organization, if the individuals and the broader society has gone through this journey with us, they carry this spirit forward in their own lives, in their workplace, in the communities. The struggle is still ongoing. Obviously, this is life. And moving forward, I have full confidence that the young generation can handle it. Yeah, so